Hey guys, just wanted to let you know that I'm powering up and full steam ahead. I'm really excited about what's going on with this platform and how it's going to be. And this goes back to Steem being the root of all goodness. You hear how money is the root of all evil, but in reality, it's not money that is evil. It's what money is usually attached to that is evil. Like, for example, the Fed, and the constant printing of money and the control of people, and it's basically a form of slavery. I had to explain to my mom how, when she was back in the day making $4 an hour or whatever, when minimum wage was shit, I was like, Mom, if you saved all that money, right? Like a lot of them did, they saved that money. They get older 50 years ago, it's worth half as much as it was. So really, you were slaving back then, it wasn't. Your money's not worth anything until it's attached to something in a lot of ways. So, like actually physical property or utility or whatever. But the way this goes back to Steem, and money's not worth anything until it's spent, really. But when it goes back to Steem, it's just like the idea that Steem is attached to so much goodness, like we're out there working. Like, why are we so miserable when we work? It's because it's attached to misery, miserable people, and it all stems from the top. It all trickles down, Where like Steem, it could be really a wave of goodness, like it makes people feel good, like when you try to make money on Steem it, because you're doing stuff you love, you're cooking, you're talking about life, philosophy, poetry. It's all the stuff that we love, and it could be physical labor too, and it links back to food or carpentry. People post everything they want on this site, and that's what makes it so wonderful. And I think one big thing too is, like that's the reality of it is, it's not so much technology, because I look at like Amish people. I really respect like Amish people and how they live, without internet, without any sort of connection to the outside society. Mennonites too, but like at the same time, I think it is necessary to have media, just not centralized media that's backed for making the purpose of making money. The difference is that Steem It is a form of a collective, activists. It's a collective of activists. I think that's what makes it so powerful and so strong. It's such a wonderful thing, that we could share, because we're trying to make the world a better place, and we don't necessarily care about making money on Steem, but we need the money in order to fund our movement. You see, it's to fund the movement, the philosophy of it all, freeing the people, because it's not so much for the people that know on this site, because we all know what's really going on, and at least most of us involved in cryptocurrency, we just have, I think it coexists, people that are involved in cryptocurrency are kind of more in touch with the reality of things rather than the fantasy or the dream world that, these people just make up, like, duh. But, it's a lot of good stuff. That's why I'm powering up, I'm freaking full steam ahead. I've been buying more, I started buying this when it was way higher, obviously. I mean, but that's what you have to do as an investor. You have to be very patient, and you have to look at it as, it's the money spent, you have to look at it as the money was spent, not so much that it's like gambling, day trading, but it's just a long term, a long haul, and you got to be ready for it, ups and downs, whatever it may be. Look at the money spent, and that's why I don't care. Like, money doesn't matter to me, it's being able to spread ideologies and mentality and goodness to the world, and that's why I think, God gave me Steem It, because He allowed me to spread that. There's some like people who believe, it's not our responsibility to spread the word of God, but I don't think that. I think that you're supposed to serve God with your labor and also with your words. If goodness is in your heart, it'll overflow, and it creates like a peace on earth. Jesus said He wasn't sent to bring peace, but war and a fire, but a sword. But it's a division of heart in the sense that, when Jesus returns, or like, in the time we need Him, or whatever it may be, it's going to be because, we need Him, and He's sent to judge us, not necessarily to bring peace. I think peace is the idea of what He leaves after in the kingdom of heaven. You know what I mean? And everlasting peace and everlasting life and serenity. Because I think that kind of might throw people off, So mean, it's all goodness. It's all sent from God. It's all great, you know. Like, enough of this, like, man-made fantasy, you know. Reality. Get a grasp, you know. So I'm really looking forward to the future of Steem, and you know, with or without it, if the internet shuts down, you better be ready for it. And like the Amish are, you know, like that's why I like buying physical gold. That's why I like the idea of buying physical gold too. You have some sort of token to trade and things like that. In case, you know, if you can live, if God can give it to you, He can also take it away, and you have to remember that. So it's best to have both. You know what I mean? All right, peace.